Hello, welcome in. This is Cleo Ra. I like to channel messages from the spirit realm and see what comes through. If you're new here, that's what I'm all about. I like to read tarot in the ancient way because it was actually designed to help us create our own reality. And, I love to make people feel comfortable with the truth that we are powered by the non-physical. So that's why I'm here. And to my returning viewers, hey there, Cherubima. Hey there, Initiates. I hope you're doing really well. Now, I've had a message through that someone's creation is going to make waves. This will be something big that you've been focused on or energetically connected to for your entire life, because that's the reason why you're here. So this is a niche message. It's not for everyone. This will be for maybe one person who has had their heart set on a certain energy their whole life, and I feel like now it's coming to fruition. Now you've cleared things up in your mind. Maybe you've been downloading information for a long time that is ready to be brought into physicalization. So we're going to see what's coming out here. Okay, thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing this reading. For beings in non-physical who move in love, who wish to convey a clear message through me, I welcome you in at this time. Okay, what do we need to know about this creation? What does my viewer need to know? Okay, we've got the Four of Wands here. Okay, I'm hearing spiritual supremacy. Okay, so Four of Wands energy. I feel like you are ushering in a new energy altogether, a new spiritual energy. This could be something you're writing. This could be a concept, but it's something only you can do. And I feel like you've been stationed here on earth for a long time to do this. You could resonate with Dolores Cannon and things to do with the new earth, and I feel like you're a very advanced soul. Let's see what else comes through here. This is celebratory because this will have been work that was playing on your mind your whole life. Okay, you could have questioned your sanity, thinking, well, why am I here? I feel like you have felt a little bit like an alien or an outsider on this planet. Death energy, transformation, just flipping over there. And I feel like you've been waiting for this gateway, and I feel like you are the one who's bringing this information through the gateway into the physical. Moon energy. So I'm speaking to someone with wonderful intuition, and I'm getting discernment. You are so good at downloading energies and information and discerning what is right, what is aligned with universal law, and what isn't. Okay, you could be quite an emotional person. You could be quite clairsentient in the way you feel energy. Synesthesia is also coming up, being able to feel the energy of words. And some people can even smell colors. I don't think it's that extreme, but I feel like you feel energy and you download energy, and now you are formulating this information, bringing it into a stable or a solid condition so that others may understand it. There's a lot of energy coming off of this moon card, and I feel like you've had to sift and sort through data and get your data aligned. We've got the Two of Cups flipping out. Let's see if that comes back out. The Hermit. Okay, so you're somewhat of a sage, and I feel like you're very unique with the energies you've brought to the earth plane. I feel like maybe you've spent a lot of your time alone. Maybe you never felt like you fitted in with certain people. And I feel like they're giving me the word outsider. So I feel like you've always known that you don't fit into the regular idea of being human. I feel like you are already ascended. You already have a level of spiritual mastery. And so you've been set apart your whole life. I'm speaking to someone who knows they were never meant to necessarily fit in on the earth plane, because you've already done the things that people come to the earth plane to do. You've already, I'm getting the word uplifted. You've already been uplifted. You've already passed all the tests. So I feel like you're a volunteer here, or you were chosen to come back here, or spiritually selected. And I feel like maybe you've spent a lot of your time alone. Keeping your signal clear is what I'm getting here with this moon energy. Having to keep yourself on a certain pathway and not be pulled off of that pathway. And this is a lot to do with keeping your signal clean and keeping it pure so you can get this information coming through. Yeah, Nine of Wands as I say that. So I feel like you've held your ground throughout your life, and maybe you've had some intellectual awareness. I feel like you're just an intelligent person, and you can just sort of measure and weigh and compare yourself against other people. And I'm getting this message of you always knew you were different. And this is a big mission. This is something big that you're bringing in that will change the way people see things. It will change the way people perceive reality is what I'm getting here. Justice energy, helping people balance things out in their minds. Okay, this is about being fair, giving people a chance, I feel. Because the moon is a card of secrecy and illusions. And I feel like you're breaking through secrecy and illusions. You're shining a light on things for people. Organizing data in a way not many people could. I'm getting the word academic coming through. So I feel like you have a particularly sharp mind in a particularly beautiful way of gathering data and organizing that data. 8 of Swords energy here. What else? High Priestess. No surprises there. Oh, I do like this High Priestess. Then we've got the Hierophant here. I feel like with the 8 of Swords, the World card, okay, I feel like with the 8 of Swords, there could be this energy where your higher nature battles a little bit with the human nature. But I feel like this is going to be smoothed out. I feel like something you're doing is going to put you in a position in life where you can be your true self, your immortal self. Because, you know, the veil is pretty much disappearing as people come to be aware that they are more than just physical creatures. We essentially are the key to dissolving the veil. All life exists within our mind. So I feel like there's a reunion or a union of your higher self with your human self, meaning I feel like you'll be able to go forward in life and truly embody the fullness of your higher self, rather than feeling maybe tugged in one way and then tugged in another way. You know, the physical life, the spiritual life, I feel like this is going to be harmonized and brought into wholeness. Wholeness is what I'm getting here. High Priestess, Hierophant, and the World. So, wow, these cards are just so powerful right next to one another. So bringing your wisdom out into the world. The Hierophant energy shows me that you have a divine positioning. I am getting the word prophet, so I feel like you're going to be telling people things. Now, these words, they seem like big words, don't they? Prophet. But we are all one. We are all connected. And I feel like maybe even there are multiple prophets in our reality at this time, because we're evolving at such a rapid rate. And I feel like you are certainly going to be helping people evolve at a rapid rate. They're giving me heart chakra here with the Hierophant. So even though you might be a bit of a hermit, even though you might keep your guard up, I feel like you've got the biggest heart. And I feel like there's something about this work of yours, this alchemical psychic work, that's made you feel a little bit like you have to get on and do that rather than live your life. And I feel like once you get something completed, once you get this project completed, I feel like it's going to give you more of a sense of freedom. Let's have a look at the Moon card and see what's going on here. 10 of Pentacles. I am seeing a book in my mind's eye. It kind of looks a bit like a thick Bible or an ancient text or a codex, something like that. This could be making you an awful lot of money, but the 10 of Pentacles for me is more than that. The 10 of Pentacles is finding that sovereign family, the spiritual family we belong with. This might not be blood relatives, but it's certainly people who are on your wavelength, people who you can connect your mind with, and you will become more than the sum of your parts when you connect with them. But I definitely feel like there's abundance with this work for you. I feel like you're bringing forward ancient knowledge, ancient texts they're giving me. You could study ancient texts quite a lot, but this is something that goes really deep with the 10 of Pentacles and the Moon. I'm hearing the word earthly for some reason. That was interesting. And I just heard the word beggar, and then the 5 of Pentacles comes out. So this could be a role you played in a previous incarnation. Interesting stuff. From the 5 to the 10 of Pentacles, show me the 4 of Wands. Hierophant again. Divine work. Show me Hermit. Ten of Swords. So the pathway is nearly over. I feel like you've been in your head a lot of your life because you have to be, because you've had to download this information. But I feel like it's the end of your time, essentially being tugged back down to the 3D. And, you know, everything only exists in our mind. So when people talk about being in the 3D, I mean, you can be in the 3D 1 second, and then you can be in a much higher frequency of consciousness the next moment. So I feel like for you, something about this work is going to keep you in your ideal conscious reality. It's interesting they gave me that word beggar. I'm seeing something very archaic. So you could have posed as someone in a past life. I feel like this was not necessarily like spy work or something like that, but I feel like you had to pose as someone you were not in a previous life. So there could have been things like that coming up in this life where you feel like people don't recognize you for who you are, stuff like that. Page of Wands, and I'm getting this energy of all in the name of knowledge. I feel like you've placed yourself in timelines throughout multiple incarnations on this earth where you've had to maybe hide who you truly are. I'm getting energies of a church. I'm getting energies of, it's almost like Da Vinci Code energies here with this Five of Pentacles. So I feel like you've downloaded information in this life that you actually collected in a previous life, and you've been attuning to that. You've been connecting with that throughout this lifetime. Hordes of information I'm getting, hordes of it. And I feel like you're very passionate and very devoted to what you do. Very loyal. Loyal to the cause is what I'm getting here. Knight of Cups with the Nine of Wands. So this is an energy of your dreams taking off. As much as you're loyal to your mission and as much as you will do anything for it, with the Knight of Cups coming out here, I feel like it's your time to have some sort of pleasure in life. I feel like it's your time to enjoy your life. And this is about energy moving with the Knight of Cups, particularly emotional energy, feeling uplifted, feeling free. We've got the Pegasus here. Dreamy, ethereal, beautiful, Piscean energy. And then we've got the Nine of Wands. So I feel like you're going to have a shift from feeling like you've got to be defensive and hold your ground and get things done. And then I feel like there's fun coming in. I feel like once this is completed, you will be entering a new phase of your life where you can actually be who you truly are. It's almost like this will be the completion of your mission. The culmination of several lives' work, not just one, but several. Knight of Pentacles here with the Justice. So something very practical about the way you convey this information. It could help people in their daily lives. It could help people get their thoughts ordered, their lives ordered, and help people make sense of things. And they're telling me it's going to help people see the bigger picture with the Justice, because Justice sits high in the sky is what I'm being given here. Justice is watching everything at all times. And I feel like something about your information is going to help people see the broader viewpoint, the bigger picture, the full energy, helping people make fresh starts and see things through a completely new lens of consciousness. We've got the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Five of Cups, Six of Cups, the Empress. I feel like you could be helping people get out of confusion, depression, sorrow, help them make sense of their emotions, particularly. Let's have a look. Eight of Swords, Sun energy. There we go. There's that freedom. There's that release from burden. And this could be the burden of responsibility. Having your mind set on a target for so long. This is beautiful. This is initiate level stuff here. And I feel like they're showing me a crypt. So it's almost like you're bringing information out of the crypt. CRYPT. Yeah, churches, crypts. You could really resonate with those kind of energies. This is like the energy of monks, the energy of, I'm getting the energy of like Catholic orders and things like that from like, 1,000 years ago, 1,500 years ago. Medieval. The word medieval doesn't do justice to what I'm feeling here, but you could resonate with those energies that are like Da Vinci Code type energies. I'm feeling the energy of a real academic intellectual who's focused all of their mental power on this thing that their heart has been set on since they were small. Here we go. Ace of Pentacles with the High Priestess. This is you stepping out on this new pathway, having completed your work, I feel. And I feel like nowadays it's safe for you to show the world who you truly are. I feel like you've been in disguise in many lifetimes because there would have been people who wanted you to not get certain information. You could have had lifetimes like that, where you're used to being underground, you're used to being backstage, whereas now it's like the coin has flipped. They're giving me that phrase, the last will become the first will become the last. Things are switching around here. Yeah, I'm hearing it's your turn to have fun as well, okay? So you may have always felt like you didn't belong here because there's some sort of origin that you have that you always felt, even when you were a kid, I'm getting, you knew your origins were different. But what I'm getting from this is that there are so many people on the planet nowadays whose origins are different, hashtag ET, that we are the new normal. And I'm kind of getting that energy here that you are allowed to enjoy yourself. We've got the Fool, we've got the Sun. This is about you understanding that you are a VIP member of Team Godhead. And with the Hierophant on the table twice, this is an energy of you may not fit in lifetime to lifetime. There may have been a lot of pathways that weren't particularly satisfying, or where you couldn't harmonize, you couldn't put your feet up, you couldn't enjoy life. But now, because of this coin flip, because there are so many of us on the earth plane in the physical nowadays, I feel like it's your time and it's your turn to really understand that you are a golden member of Team Godhead, and you don't have to hide anymore. You can shine, you can glow, you can be who you really are. Let's have a look at the Hierophant. 2 keys around this kangaroo's neck here. And I feel like you're the perpetual student. I feel like you love being devoted to the higher powers, however you want to label those. This could be you being devoted to the universe, to God, to your higher self. It's all the same thing ultimately. But I feel like you love being a collector of information with the Page of Pentacles. And I feel like you do get privileged information because there's a lovely innocence to the Page of Pentacles where you like knowledge because it gives you that sense of inspiration, of having discovered something. There's a lot of discovery here. And I feel like, again, this is a new pathway with the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Your physical reality is going to shift. And there's money, again, on this card. So I feel like you are collecting your loot because you've been so devoted to the most high principles in this reality for so many lifetimes that it's finally time for you to cash in and get what you deserve. And this could be a case of you being so devoted to what you've downloaded, to what you've discovered, that maybe you have been without funds, or maybe you haven't had all the abundance you deserve. But I'm getting that you deserve all this abundance. You've been the most loyal scholar, I'm getting. You've been the most loyal scholar. So this could feel like a big bank load of loot coming in to balance the scale, because you could have been living in a way that didn't suit you, or in a way that wasn't rewarding to you. But I feel like the powers that be, the higher powers, want you to be plush. They want you to know that you are a guest on this planet. Even if you don't feel like it's your home most of the time, I'm saying you are still a guest. You're still an honored guest. VIP loot lounge energy. And I feel like that's what you're being guided to. You're being guided to enjoying life, enjoying the fruits of your labor. Once this thing gets completed, show me the world. Queen of Pentacles, there we go. And we've got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like things are going to get hotter in your life, more passionate. And there's also this sense of satisfaction with the physical. The World is a card of having gone through all of the steps of the major arcana, having done the work, and then bang, we've got the Queen. The Queen of Money, the Queen of Abundance, the Queen of Bounty, Paradise, essentially. And I feel like this is what you're moving into. You are emerging into this new world, and I feel like you've put all of your eggs in this basket. And the basket you chose, the basket of loyalty, the basket of devotion, and the basket of truth, it's going to pay off for you in a major, major way. You're going to know if this is your reading, because there will have been something you were focused on your whole life, some energies that you were following that were just so automatic in you because they were a continuation from the previous life. Yeah, we've got matter here, bringing what is spiritual, what is non-physical, into matter, organizing the chaos or organizing the energy into something solid, something tangible. And that solidity is going to bring you more physical abundance. They're telling me it's the law of nature. You deserve to be paid. When a lion's been out hunting for multiple lifetimes, they deserve a bit of meat, is what I'm getting here. We've got conscious. So something about your work could be making people more conscious of who they truly are. But I feel like there's also this need for you to see how valuable you are also. I feel like there's this need for you to acknowledge that you deserve a happy life on earth, a paradiso life on earth, a beautiful life. And the word para actually means beyond. So paranormal means beyond normal. And I feel like your life is going beyond what it was before, but I also feel like you're going to be mightily surprised at how much loot your work brings in. I really feel like it's going to be more than you expected. I really feel like you're not a materialistic person at all. I feel like you can be happy just doing your work, but I feel like you're going to have all this abundance flowing to you as a matter of justice, as a matter of course, following the laws of nature and the universal laws. Show me. 11th house. So I feel like this is new friendships coming in, new connections, new contacts, people who are like you. And maybe you're not the most sociable person with the Hermit. Maybe you're fussy about who you deal with. But I feel like, you know, there are going to be people who mesh with you. They just gave me the word sardonic. So you could like people with like maybe a crazy sense of humor, something like that. I feel like you could like moody people. You could like people who are different. And I feel like there are quirky people coming in here. Animal self with the 10th house. So there's some energy here. They want you to acknowledge the animal nature, mix it with the higher nature, and combine it and be conscious of your physical needs. Because we mix the animal self in with the higher nature and we become the fullness of the ethereal being that we truly are. I'm going to clarify this animal self in a second, but I feel like you could be lifting the physical nature up in quality of life, stuff like that. We've got potentials here. So there is a potential for you to be really in the public eye with the 10th house, is what I'm going to say here. Could be a big physical, a big shock to the system maybe with that animal self right next to it. But I will clarify. We've got the sun energy here. I'm hearing letting yourself be seen, because you could have been in hermit mode for quite a while. So this could be a big turnaround for you with the money, but also with the way you are perceived, with the way you socialize, with the way you deal with the world. I'm getting this energy that it's going to shift. It's like the scale tipping. It's going to shift quite suddenly from the 5 to the 10 of Pentacles to hermit mode to all of a sudden maybe being perceived as being famous or well known or in the public eye. We've got third eye indigo chakra here with the sun energy. Let's have a look. Mutable. Okay, interesting. And then we've got that loot on the bottom of the deck. No surprises there. Let's clarify with a new deck. Let's get the Rider-Waite. Okay, what do we need to know about the animal self? What do we need to know? What are the main energies here? Hierophant. There's that combining. What they're giving me here is that our animal self is a gift. Often the minions will call it the ego. We don't have anything. There's nothing. There's no ego. Okay, we've just got lenses of consciousness. We've got energies that flow up into our consciousness. And what I'm getting is this is the animal, beautiful animal nature that we have, and this is the higher nature. And they're combining here. They're lining up within you. So maybe you've spent most of your life in your head, more of an intellectual. And now I feel like you're going to be getting into the flesh more and maybe indulging in pleasures, allowing yourself to be a little more human, you know, and finding people you can frolic with, have fun with. Let's see the sun. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so it's your destiny to be shined upon. I'm really getting Ra energies from this. I don't know if you've got ancient Egyptian connections, but they just gave me the word Ra for this sun energy. And it's almost like the rays of the sun are going to be hitting your life. It's part of your destiny. the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. They're giving me the word prophet again. So I feel like it's down to you to allow yourself to be seen is what I'm getting here. Third eye, indigo chakra. Show me. Knight of Pentacles. And the King of Swords. Okay, one more. I feel like you're a very practical person. You don't rush to any conclusions. But we've got this Five of Swords here. So I feel like maybe you have had people... I'm getting that people in your life have carried energies into your life in personal relationships. Now, what I've found in my personal relationships is that everyone I've ever been near or close to, they will be tested. So if there's any crack in the armor, if there's any gap in their soul where they're not completely pure, devoted, respectful, honorable, negative energies can get into their magnetic field and turn them essentially against me because they fill their consciousness up with certain energies. And I feel like this is what's happened to you. So you've had to be adaptable here. Mutable energy. I want to see potentials. Show me potentials. Eight of Cups here. So I feel like you're going to be leaving your current situation and going forward to something that's more suited to you. A sanctuary, Four of Swords energy. They want you to really enjoy this and really put your feet up as a VIP member of Team Godhead. Show me mutable. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. So there could be a lot of wiggle room in your work. There could be multiple ventures that you want to get involved with. Hanged Man. There's that turning things around energy again. King of Wands energy. But what I'm getting with this Hanged Man is what I was saying earlier. Sometimes life goes a bit topsy-turvy. To really interpret tarot, you've got to have a certain mindset for it. And when we're involving our higher self, mixing it in with our human self, it can make life feel a little bit topsy-turvy because the timelines have got to adjust to your new state of being. But they're saying keep it like this. Because it's almost like you're going from this to this. Instead of hanging in the physical world, it's almost like you are now going to be upright. Your higher self is going to be taking control here. King of Wands is also a card of someone who is beautiful in business, always ahead of the game, completely alive with ideas, someone who doesn't need the approval of anyone else because they know they're like at least 20 steps ahead of the crowd. So innovative is what I'm getting with this. I feel like you can have multiple avenues and options where you can really innovate the world around you and be the best at what you do. This is King of Wands. This is a boss level energy. Let's see. Let's get some of these out. Yeah, I feel like in the past you stayed away from people because it almost was constant attacks. They just... It's almost a bit of jealousy here with the Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords. Maybe people have been jealous of your intellectual... I feel like you're a real intellectual, okay? A cut above the rest. That's what the King of Swords is. And I feel like you've attracted... I mean, this did come out on the third eye thing. So this could be a lot of psychic attacks. And I don't really like mentioning that because everything happens in the mind. And I don't really like to suggest things that are like that. But I really do feel like that's what this is. And I feel like you've had this great urge to protect yourself. But now I feel like it's time for you to go and get your satisfaction. The tables have turned is what I'm getting. So those who have had to keep themselves underground are now the ones who are going to take center stage. And the ones who've been taking center stage, who knows what's going to happen to them. We've got solo power, shining alone, Nine of Pentacles energy. Let's see what else is coming out. Speed boost. Okay, so this is like a joyful energy. And they're telling me Knight of Cups for this speed boost. So happiness makes us speed up along the timeline and flow into our own wish fulfillment a lot more easily. And I feel like that's what's going to happen to you. I feel like you've had to be quite serious in your life. That's a better way of putting it, right? And now I feel like it's time for you to really lighten up, which I know is easier said than done. Trust me. You guys know me. And, you know, but I feel like this is a gift you've got to give yourself. The wealth of the universe. So working for the divine means you're supposed to have the loot, baby. Okay, they want you to accept this. Not just the loot of money, But for the Ten of Pentacles to be the Ten of Pentacles, you know how many rich people are on this earth who are not in a Ten of Pentacles energy? They're in a reversed Ten of Pentacles energy. Or the upright Ten of Pentacles, we're generous, we're benevolent, we're happy, we've got our priorities aligned. We're not just obsessed with money like robots. You know, often I mention money, people get funny about it in the comments. It's like, listen, don't talk to me about money on your phone with your internet bill, okay? You know, like, this is about benevolence, being around beautiful people. When we shine, we can flow that shine out. And that's what I'm getting with the Ten of Pentacles. So it's really important that you allow yourself to enjoy what you've conjured. Mind trap, escape here. So I feel like you've had to be underground. You've had to keep yourself to yourself. Passion offer, though, with the love potion underneath. What a difference a day makes is what I'm getting here. Everything can change in one day. But I feel like there's definitely something beautiful coming in for an esteemed member of Team Godhead. We've got the Hierophant on the table 3 times for you. 3 times. So I feel like there's a big shift coming up for you. And let's just get a couple more, because I want to know about these energies down here. Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords. Okay, Spirit's saying watch out for people coming to you with offers in your new positioning, your newfound state of being. 10 of Cups energy here. So that's what I thought. You're going to be escaping these energies. I feel like you're switched on to people who are opportunistic, to people who are maybe envious. You know, funnily enough, it's sometimes the most envious people that act like they want to be your friend the most. You just never know, really, unless you can feel energy, which you can. And I feel like you can feel this sun coming up in your life and you're moving towards it. 10 of Cups. With this 10 of Pentacles, this is everything working out beautifully for you after a long time where you had to just have this one priority. Well, now it's like the chores are done. Now it's time to get into the Loot Lounge and stay there and enjoy all the bounty the universe has to offer you. I hope this reading's helped somebody. Mwah.